What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. Happy Friday. Good to see everybody here. Got a new app tracking my kids' spending, sending me notifications on my watch. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we talked about in yesterday's live stream. So if you were here last night, I apologize. There's not a lot of new stuff between last night and this morning, but there's a couple of things we can discuss. The big thing that I kind of want to talk about today, and really the thing, we touched on it a little bit in yesterday's live stream, in the Thursday night live stream, the release of some new Titan skins on Hero Wars Mobile soon. Coming soon. We don't know when exactly, right? They're dancing around a little bit. Great job. The puzzle's complete, and here's the answer very soon. Support Titans. Mari, Avalon, and Ignis will be getting new Primordial skins. And this is Hero Wars Mobile, by the way. Hero Wars Mobile. Now, I want to read the points that is also posted on this Facebook post. At first, new skins will only be available for purchase, but in the future, you'll be able to get them with the Titan Skin Stones. We will announce additionally when this will happen. So sometime in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, you'll be able to get the skins. But much like hero skins that are released on Hero Wars Mobile, they're only available during a limited time event as buyable. And then, of course, they rotate into Outland as a grand prize. Of course, there's no Outland for Titan skins. Maybe they show up as a grand prize drop somewhere else. And then eventually they'll become purchasable with Titan skins, just like the other Hero Wars Mobile Titan skins that are purchasable. I believe only the, only the 3 tanks, Moloch, Sigurd, and Angus have purchasable skins, right? 15,000 skin stones to purchase. And all the different ways to go into how to collect skin stones and all of that aside, I find this curious. And there's two kind of points that I really want to focus on a lot here. And the first is that we're not done releasing the new Titans yet. Not done releasing the new Titans yet, okay? We're missing a good majority of the Darkness Titans, 3 of them, and we're missing half of the Light Titans, right? These 4 Titans for Light and Darkness have been released on Hero Wars Facebook and web, so they know that we exist. We know the artwork is already done. The animations, everything is already done. The skills and the balancing is what's probably they're working on right now, or they're holding off for money reasons or whatever. But I find it kind of interesting that they started in this direction of like, we're going to release Darkness and Light Titans, and Hero Wars Mobile, this doesn't matter as much as it does on Hero Wars Facebook and web. On Hero Wars Facebook and web, if you're not aware, the more Titans you have, the faster your totem or elemental spirit charges, and your elemental spirit gives a flat bonus stat to all heroes of that applicable element, regardless of how many Titans of that element you have equipped. And if you have 3 or more in the base element Titans, or 2 or more in the new Light or Darkness Titans, you also get the added ultimate from the totem itself to help you in the fight, right? So the idea that more Titans of a specific element is more beneficial, it does have some merit on mobile, but not nearly as much as Facebook and web. So where am I going with this? They started releasing the Light and Darkness Titans. Eventually, over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, they're going to release the rest of the Light and Darkness Titans. And so people are thinking about Light and Darkness teams, right? They're thinking about, and by people, I mean all people. I mean free-to-play players, brand new players. By the way, Hero Wars mobile downloads is at an all-time high year over year. Absolutely amazing. The highest numbers we've seen on Hero Wars mobile downloads since before the March Ukraine-Russia situation, which we'll touch on a little bit later in today's live stream. But it is something that people are looking into for global championships as of, basically today, tomorrow, next week. Currently, do I need to level these new Titans? Are these new Titans that I need to level, or are they good some of the time but not all of the time? And you know what? It's okay. We've got the whole thing figured out with the original 12 Titans, right? The original Earth, Fire, and Water Titans. We got them all figured out, and let's add some Light and Darkness stuff to kind of shake things up. But just like they do with just like they do with Heroes, adding new skins is a way to balance heroes that are underperforming, or to increase the effectiveness of heroes that are underperforming. Of course, a rework does a similar function. A lot of times they will make skills stronger. Sometimes they'll completely redo a hero, and sometimes they'll completely change the hero's identity, like they did with Lilith. But they're adding these skins in, and it's weird for me for 2 reasons. Like I said, first of all, because they started going these Light and Darkness. I would assume, if I were planning all of this out, although in the business sense of things, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to do as much anything that you could do to get money. I would have kept releasing the Light and Darkness Titans over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, and then start adding skins once I saw things shake out. Right? I think that this is going to make things worse for releasing new Titans. Like, why didn't they release all the new Titans first? And the addition of these skins is going to make things worse for acquirability or people using the new Titans. I don't know if that's 2 separate points, maybe point 1A and point 1B, but it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. I guess I'll give you a second point that does have me raise my eyebrows a little bit. Is a point that I made a long time ago, and people made fun of me for, and I'm very happy to have been proven right in this instance. I said that they will be adding new Titans. Like, it would be a mistake for them to not add new Titans. People laughed at me. People called it clickbait. Lo and behold, new Titans were added to Hero Wars and Hero Wars Mobile, right? Now that we have these Ignis, Mari, and Avalon skins being added, this opens the door for them to add skins, more skins, or at least confirms that they will add more skins to Titans in the future. You thought you were done building your Titan team? You're not. You are not. I saw a comment saying, does anybody actually use those Titans? Who said that? Robert says, maybe Ignis, but the other two really aren't used much for wars. Maybe they will be. Maybe Mari and Avalon will be used for wars. I know that in a lot of timeout teams on Facebook and web, Mari is being used a little bit more. Yeah. Is this an effective ad campaign that leads to new players for Hero Wars? I think that people will not understand what's happening. New players, I don't think that they'll understand what's happening before it's too late. And they'll realize how much of a debacle it is to be a Titan player. It's all that awesome offensive marketing. Yeah. Charlie, what do you think about Wendy's shop? We'll talk about that in a little bit. We actually talked about it last night, Ebonk. But we'll talk about it again. That's up to Charlie, but I'd be up for it, Ebonk. What is going on? You need to be on the streaming with Charlie someday. Oh, yeah, he should definitely join me. Yeah, I was actually chatting with a friend yesterday about interviews and why I don't do more. And I don't really have a good reason why I don't do more. Don't really have a great reason why I don't do interviews. I've done a couple. But it's all right. Will these new skins for Titans on mobile come over to Facebook and web? I would say yes, Anthony. Do I have any proof of that? Do I have anything that's coming soon? No, but I would assume that they will always be adding. I assume that they'll add even more Titans. I think that the Wind Titans and the Lightning Titans and all these other elements that have, the opportunity to be used, I think they'll all be added eventually. I think that all of these Titans will get skins. I think we're going to dip into 6th skins for heroes. I mean, why not? Why not add more stuff to existing stuff? Like, they always have. Remember, they never had added skins until they did add a skin. And they never had 2 skins for each hero until they added a 2nd skin for each hero. Or a 3rd skin. Or a 4th skin. So, I don't know. I like the Primordial skins. I think it's really cool art. And I know that they're not going to waste the art. That would be me. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. If I get demonetized on one thing, then it would just be something we'd have a adjust for. Never have that person on again, or maybe cut back on it. I don't know. That is a good point. It's not broken, so why would I change things up too much? Let's see. Wendy's shop. Who asked about Ebonk? I think it was Ebonk. Charlie, what do you think about Wendy's shop? There we go. So yesterday we got this link shared around. I'm not sure who found this, but KitKat, the person that runs the unofficial, that's the frequently asked questions page. Here it is. Wendy's shop is a new thing. I don't know if I clicked the button. Wendy's shop is a new thing that's available on Hero Wars Mobile. Allows you to purchase gifts for yourself or for players. Okay, there are only 4. The idea, I think, is that these gifts will rotate similar to the in-game gifts rotating. All right, the in-game bundles that you can buy. The way it's been explained to me by people that do math better than me, and definitely they did their math on Monday, is that the value of these packages are about what you would get if you bought stuff without a discount. All right, so without a ×4 Emerald sale, or without a 55% discount on the Outland chests or the Hero Artifact chests, or energy or whatever, right? So it's interesting that they have these things added to the game. So in a way, you can now get gifts for people on Hero Wars Mobile, right? You can kind of do that already on Hero Wars Facebook and web. They have the Winterfest event where you gift your guildmates Winterfest presents. They have the ability to give guildmates the discounted golden ticket for the Battle Pass seasons that we have on Facebook and web. And the content creators like myself have the ability to give the legendary red gift boxes with a bunch of loot in it. this is something that's being added. It was explained to me that they're exploring more monetization options, and this is just the first of potentially many different opportunities for this. Each of them has a limit. Some of them have a limit of 10. Some of them have a limit of 1 or 2, as far as how many you can purchase in a day. But $90 for 45,000 skin stones. To put that in perspective, $90 for 15,000 skin stones of each element, or of each stat, I should say. To level up a skin, it's about 55,000 skin stones, right? And you need all of the same stat, all agility, all strength, all, whatever. So you can kind of look at this sort of in that you're paying, a little less than $100 to almost max a skin. That's kind of putting a price on that. And I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in the next little bit we get offered a package that's like $100 or like $120 or something. That's like one skin completely maxed. Like you can buy the skin for $8, right? You can buy the skin at any time for $8 or $7.99, I should say. From any of the places, the skin sale, $6.99. What did I say? $7.99? Whatever, $7. Or the character hero select screen, I should say. All right, click on unlock and you can purchase them here. $7 to unlock the skin. It's a 5,000 skin stone value with the bonus of 350 and an 80% discount. Ooh. Or max a hero's skin. Buy and max a hero's skin. Unlock and max a hero's artifact for X dollars. I would say that we're getting there. I think that's going to be coming. Maybe this shop is discounted when there is a sale. Yeah, maybe there is. Maybe there is a discount, Robert. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully this is just normal price for when you shop. One day there will be more discount on this. Yeah, maybe. I will, however, give out free... Oh, butt kicking. Sam. This just seems like a way for the whales to spend money on their alliance since they are done spending on themselves. Nice people in some guilds there, I guess. Yeah, okay. If it's not broken, why change it? Yeah. AOL and or Blockbuster quotes. Well, CCG... Okay, so to touch on that... I mean, we don't really need to spend time on that. I'm building other things because Hero Wars is kind of, as a whole, a little different, I'm treating it all as one thing, not really that altogether, right? Maybe a future exclusive super skin? Maybe. That would definitely be a way to drive traffic to this webpage, is if you had exclusive things on here. Interesting idea there, Finkelzo. Interesting. Or maybe this is how you purchase the just released super skins before they show up in the heroic chest. It was a joke. No, you're not wrong though. Like you gotta grow or die, right? CCG, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. A lot of competition for Hero Wars content creators now. When I started, there wasn't many. So I don't know. I was told that they didn't have the technology to give gifts, so they didn't want to give me the ability to give gifts, and here we are giving gifts. But you got to pay for it. I think that it's an okay idea. After all, this is a pay-to-win game, right? Let's not lie to ourselves. This is a pay-to-win game. Those that want to spend the money are going to be the best players. Those that don't want to spend the money can be the best players or beat the best players anyway. Given enough time, right? Enough time has passed, enough daily grinding has passed, you can beat the best. If you're going to spend money, you're always looking at these bundles. You're always comparing prices. You should be anyway, trying to find the best thing to purchase with your money to get the most value. I still think ×4 emerald sale and then using those emeralds on 55% discounts or during an event with a high ROI for resources, return on investment of emerald spend for resources. I think that's still the better value than these, but we'll keep an eye on this. It might reset once a week. It might reset once a month. I'll put this link in the description box down below if you want to check it out. Let's see. Hero Wars mobile gift shop. There we go. Check it out for yourself. When you can beat any team 150 more power less than you, doesn't seem inspired the need for free-to-play to feel like they must spend to be competitive. Yeah, but you can't. You can't just wake up and spend a week on a team and get there, though. It's a grind. It's a grind. Here we go. This is Apple. Okay. There's this screenshots, and then here's this screenshots. Okay. We can close this. We don't need this. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Something that I have not done in a while is discuss Hero Wars download numbers. I thought that I would chat about it today. Somebody brought it up to me this morning, and I hadn't looked in a while, and I thought I would go check it out. This is a screenshot for the March iOS, that's Apple downloads for Hero Wars, okay? March 2022. March 2022. This was right when the game basically lost most of its popularity because of the geopolitical nonsense, restructuring with Kismet and board members and all of that. 400,000 downloads, 7 million in revenue. 400,000, 7 million. Okay. Here is the Android sheet. 1 million downloads and 7 million in revenue. So that was, what did I say? So it's 1.4 million and 14 million. I'm going to write this down because I'm going to keep going back and forth. Let's see. 1.4 DL and then 14 mil rev. Okay. Now the thing that we don't know, before anybody jumps into the comments about it, and I'm sure you guys already have, the thing that we don't know is, like, does this include updates? Does this include, like, unique downloads? Is this a bot downloading things over and over and over and over and over again? We don't really have that information. We don't know really. 1.4 million downloads in the month of March and 14 million in revenue for the month of March. Now, since then, they were delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, which is a big deal, right? Their popularity trashed. Some of their board had to resign or move around because of their affiliation with certain political figures, or they themselves were political figures. And Hero Wars has been clawing its way back. Of course, mobile games as a whole, the economy for mobile games as a whole has tanked pretty dramatically. And I'm not going to do it, but it would be interesting to look at, like, Raid Shadow Legends and the other 4 or 5 competitors to Hero Wars, see how they fared in a similar time frame. But I know that the general interest in mobile games like this, the free-to-play, the idle style games, I think that overall has declined pretty dramatically since the end of the pandemic, or the unofficial end of the pandemic. I guess it's still going in some parts of the world, without getting too much into it. So this was March 2022, and for comparison's sake, let's take a look at Hero Wars on Apple. Hero Wars on Apple last month, updated 4 days ago. So it's not a year over year, because last month was May. We looked at March from last year, and this is May. So it's not really a fair one-to-one comparison here. But the revenue is down $1 million that month, and the downloads per month for Apple is actually up by 300,000, right? So there are more new players, but less players overall are spending More new players than there were about a year ago, but less players are spending. Okay, downloads last month, revenue last month, 6 million compared to 7 million on Apple last year. Let's see. Hero Wars mobile downloads. It took me a second to find this one. Android Hero Wars mobile downloads per month. Why is it that it doesn't search for app publishers? Let's do Nexters Global. Here we go. Here's the Russian version of the game. Russian version of the game is right here. You can see that here are the list of Nexters Global Android games. And this is Hero Wars, you can tell by the artwork of Galahad. 2 million downloads and 5 million in revenue. So we have 2.7 million. 2.7 million downloads and an overall revenue of what, 11 million compared to 14 million. So again, way more people are playing the game now, but they're definitely spending less. But Hero Wars is the main downloaded game from Nexters on iOS. From Nexters? Yeah, from Nexters. Yes. I assume it would go based on subscribers count at OBS, but I'm not sure of the number. Charlie, what are the rankings of content creators for Hero Wars? Is Hero Wars? No, I'm not the. I don't have the most views. I don't have the most subscribers. There are other people out there that do content that are bigger than me. Yeah. Price drop too, right? So that is part of the reason. So I think that a big part of why the revenue is down is two reasons. First of all, Robert is absolutely right, but I think that is the second reason. The first reason I think people are spending less is obviously the economy isn't where it was a year ago, and that includes things like disposable income spent on video games, Fortnite skins, battle passes for Call of Duty. I think all of that probably is down. I have no information about that. I think that if people were quitting the game in droves but not being replaced by such a huge number of downloads every month, I don't know. And to Robert's point, everything is way less expensive now than it was a year ago. Everything across the board costs less. The packages cost less, the skins, the emeralds, everything costs less. So it is interesting that there in there somewhere the economy, the Russia-Ukraine thing, the inflation, the NASDAQ delisting, the paying off of their debt, the moving of the board members, the prices being dropped. It's interesting that they are still making over $10 million a month on this game, and as of last month. And again, I don't really know what a download means. I could probably dig into this website and find out what they count as a download. It could be bots downloading the game over and over and over and over again. But 2.7 million downloads is about 90,000 new players a day. 90,000 downloads per day. Hero Wars is getting 90,000 downloads per day on Hero Wars Mobile, Android, iOS, and it is worth noting that I'm not including the app gallery. I'm not including the Huawei app gallery in these numbers, which obviously accounts for a good chunk of their revenue. Huawei, the Chinese-based cell phone app store, all of that. Sensor Tower doesn't report on app gallery stuff, so we don't know that. We don't really know that. And I tried to Google it earlier, and I couldn't find anything good to look at. But you could consider potentially at least maybe half of those, maybe half the numbers, maybe a third of the numbers. If it's more than 10% of the Android and iOS combined, then they're getting over 100,000 downloads per day. 100,000 downloads of Hero Wars per day. And this is a third-party reporting website. This isn't Nexters Global reporting these numbers. 100,000 people are downloading Hero Wars Mobile every day. And I say that to say this. Most of the people quit. High churn rate. I'm sure that their churn rate is through the roof. And churn being, somebody downloads the game, tries it for a day or two, and then never plays it again. I'm sure that their churn rate is ridiculous, especially once people realize that those mini games that are in the ads aren't actually in the game. But how many of those people that are churning are they're spending $2 or $5 before they leave, right? And I just don't really know what to make of it. I just don't know what to make of it. I thought for sure whenever I went and looked at Sensor Tower this morning that these numbers would be horrible to look at. Hero Wars Mobile is going very strong. Very strong. And I wouldn't be surprised if their revenue starts to go up. Wouldn't be surprised. Especially with the economy not actually going into a recession. Which, if you believed it was, I got a bridge in Alaska to sell you. Titan skins are for mobile. Does download count reinstalls for those that have to reinstall as a troubleshooting measure? Topaz, I'm assuming that is part of it. But again, I don't really know what a download means. Because of the decline, there are many fake accounts inserted in Arena and Grand Arena and Facebook Web. They don't make a part of some guild, and in battle history, you can see the named one as question marks. Definitely count up. It could be that. Could be a lot of bots. A lot of bots artificially inflating the numbers for investors' sake or for any number of reasons. We don't really know. We don't really know. Oh, what did Finkelzo ask? I don't see Finkelzo's question. Finkelzo, did you change your name? I don't see you on here. Yeah, that's all right. Where does the bridge grow? Oh, man. I just thought it was interesting to look at. I thought it was interesting. It could be fun if you're a Hero Wars mobile player, as they continue to add stuff, as they continue to improve on quality of life things, make the art in the game better. It's been so long I forgot why. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. I think he asked maybe an exclusive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, could be. Yeah, definitely. Definitely could be that. Now, unfortunately, transitioning away from Hero Wars Mobile for just a hot second, we don't know any information about Facebook or web or any of the browser variants in different languages on different platforms. We don't know any of those numbers. Sooner or later, Nexters will release a financial statement It's been since December 6th, 2022 that they released the financial and operational results. Excuse me. When we get that number, when we get that document, we'll take a look at it. We'll be able to compare Facebook and web players to mobile players. We'll be able to see the spending numbers, and based on the downloads versus the spending numbers versus the EBITDA and all of that stuff, we'll be able to make assumptions about Facebook and web player count. But until then, we cannot. I want to go back to Hero Wars Mobile for just a few minutes. I want to talk about the Hero Wars Mobile Community, the GOAT Facebook page. It's a page that I reference basically every single day. Anybody talking about anything important in here is definitely a good thing to talk about on my live stream, especially if it garners a ton of comments. Like, for example, how the Astaroth Kira bug isn't fixed yet. Needless to say, I spend a lot of time on this group and others to see where people are interested in. So those are some of the things that I talk about in my live stream. But in today's video, I want to talk about the files section and the stat priority workbook. The stat priority workbook is a spreadsheet made by Tim Davis, who runs this website. And this spreadsheet does a great job of letting players know how to level up each hero. And I thought with Amira being the focus of the event right now, I would talk about the leveling priority, stat leveling priority for a hero like Amira. I really like Amira's aesthetics quite a bit. The whole genie and mystical stuff, I love it. Not usually really a huge fan of her artwork specifically, but I've always been a big fan of like Aladdin and all of that stuff. Anyway, Amira, as far as glyphs are concerned, you should level up her health, then magic penetration, magic attack, armor, and intelligence. I always found it curious that you should level up Amira's health, but taking a look at her skills, I totally get why, and that's okay. But as a damage dealing utility control hero, magic penetration and then magic attack, armor, and then finally her default stat of intelligence last. Her 3 artifacts, her artifact, weapon, book, and ring. You want to level her weapon as a 3rd priority. Of course, getting her weapon to 3 stars is going to be absolutely important no matter who else is in Amira's team. The book should be leveled up first, and the ring should be leveled up second. Okay. And then finally, for her skins, there was a super skin for her a little bit ago. Should be available in the near future in the heroic chest as a grand prize very soon. Magic penetration is the priority. If you don't have the super skin for magic penetration, just getting the regular magic penetration skin is going to be fine. Intelligence, and then finally magic defense. Now there is something that you should know about this spreadsheet is that if there's a suggestion that you should not max a stat, like for example, some people suggest not to max armor on a hero, then it would be noted here, and it is not noted here. So it is the belief of Tim, and honestly myself as well, that there's no concern about maxing any of Amira's stats, about overleveling her, about missing a sweet spot. Nothing, as far as I know, is going to be impacted in the game if you overlevel her. Okay, so go crazy on her glyphs, artifacts, and her skins. Yeah, thanks again to Tim Davis for putting this spreadsheet together and maintaining it as new skins are released. Like I said, the Hero Wars mobile community, the GOAT Facebook page, is where you can find this file. We're going to get new celestial skins in the next little bit. The spreadsheet will be updated with those stats. Still don't have Citadel open yet, huh? Oh, we can do cleanup there. Take this cleanup. Take this cleanup. Help the guild get the Citadel open if we can. Big D. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Clash of Worlds. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. If we have time, we'll come back to that. I want to talk a little bit about the shop that came out. It was right here just a day or two ago. Talk a little bit about the shop. I did a video about it. What was it called? Not Treasure Island. Here it is. The Secret Wealth tab. The Secret Wealth tab was there. All right. So I made a video discussing this. And I still am a believer that it is a little overpriced. I showed one instance of why it's overpriced in the video. If it does come back, I suggest you guys do the math for yourself. All right. There was a lot of people that made comments like, yes, it's more expensive, but it's a hard item to get anyway, or the amount of energy and emeralds I would spend on it would potentially be higher. And yes, all of that is the truth. I would say if this event does come back, there are some items that may be worthwhile. There was definitely a rune item. I think it was 5,000 runes for 4,000 emeralds. 5,000 emeralds worth of runes for 4,000 emeralds. That obviously was a good value. The problem with it, just because it's a good value doesn't mean you should buy it, right? It doesn't mean you should buy it. If you're in a good guild, you can see I got 18 for doing nothing, right? I got 18 of these for doing nothing. So I can get 40 in basically a day or two, just doing nothing, just existing in my guild, right? So if I needed to get 50 of these, it'd take me 2 or 3 days, and it would save me 4,000 emeralds. So while it was a good value, I still think that you need to kind of take a look at every every item differently, looking at your situation, looking at how best to get those items elsewhere. If it does come back, I think that it will come back. I think that this Secret Wealth tab will return. Runes were cheaper, yeah, but you wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend spending emeralds on runes hardly ever though. Michael is the problem. I'm a leech on my guild's buttocks, just sucking up all them resources. Osh level 160 is here. Let's go. Let's go. I got a slightly upgraded Sebastian this week. I had a slightly upgraded Corvus this week. I actually put a lot into Corvus this past week and did a lot of damage with my Corvus Morgan, my undead team. But today we're going to do the LOL Osh team. Start. Here we go. Isaac, Martha, Sebastian, Nebula, Ju, Axel. We're going to do the 8-second method where we hold the 5 button down for the first 8 seconds of the fight and then switch over to auto mode. One more time. There we go. Charlie, I've set a minimum goal for all 30 guild members, still 5 million damage versus 150. 5 to 8 each week do not. They want to revert to level 140, but the reduction in minion was costing to 25 of us. How would you recommend convincing them to continue to start level? Well, resolutions, the start of your discussion was putting an expectation on them. If they can't meet the expectations, you either need to lower your expectations or you need to do something about them. Or you're gonna have to go lower. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and refresh. That was a bad beat right there. That randomness. Barely got 2.5 million there. I don't like to do this. I feel like it's out of my control completely. Let's see how we did. I'm not excited about it, but let's see how we did. Log, boss log. Okay, so you see I went from about a 2 million and then I refreshed and I got 27 million. Oh man. And just so that we're on the same page, if my Isaac dies in the first round of the meteor shower, then I refresh. You see how he survived there? Nobody died, but specifically Isaac didn't die. So because Isaac survived that, his chance of surviving the next meteor shower are the same, but gives me an opportunity to do a larger chunk of damage than if my Isaac had died right there in the beginning. Yeah, see? And then still somehow my Isaac and Zhu survived. So good stuff. Good stuff there. Hacker? Yeah, hacker man. Hacker man. Not bad. Not bad. Had a pretty good hit with, like I said, my undead tank team here. 12.5 million to the 150 boss. So what does that say about the 8-second rule? That's a good question. Probably actually doesn't matter, Simon. Probably actually doesn't matter at all. Probably doesn't matter at all. It's so random. It's so based on chance of being critted or not critted or dodging or whatever. I read their attacks and make team recommendations on Discord, but they do not see them or forget the next week. I cannot make 25 suffer because of the 5 that will not read my... Well, it sounds like you have already decided what you want to do. Resolutions. You can either be okay with it and bang your head against the wall until other members of your guild get fed up and leave, or have a real frank conversation with them. Lowering to the 140 to help the 4 or the 5 players is... It's not that good because, like, what are they getting? Here, what are they... No, not that. Loot. It's like, what are they actually getting? Is it the one eternal seed that they're missing out on? Or are you saying, let's see, they want to revert, do the weaker players want to revert to the 140? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would keep it at 140. I would keep it at I would keep it at 150. And the one eternal seed that they're missing every week is not going to be that big of a deal. Yes, it is going to be a big deal, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. And eventually they will get to the 10 million. Or you can be like, sorry, guild. I think we should, relax a little bit. Help these 5 players build themselves up. Because, they might quit. They might quit next week. Or, 5 of your better players might quit and go to a different guild. Can we do anything in Clash of Worlds yet? Let's see what we got. This is a tough team. We're going up against. I ain't gonna lie. I can't do anything with that. I guess I can make some minion hits. I'm hesitant to. We haven't started a single building anywhere. Oh, we started Alchemy Tower. Holy jumping. Sure. Biscuits, Mara, Merlin, Axel, I guess. I don't really know. Nobody does frontline damage, so this is an Axel tanking situation for sure. If we can avoid magic damage, we could use the LOL Osh team just flat out, right? Let's use our own chorus. If we don't assign any magic damage dealers here, we'll get the occasional silence and the occasional stun. Not really much. So I think what we do instead is... let's go ahead and use Corvus. We could use Corvus and Morgan, but we might need Morgan elsewhere. Honestly, we can probably win with these. I need Morgan and Isaac. I don't think I need Morgan. All right. Well, I'm not gonna push. I'm not gonna tempt myself. Should I use Morgan here? Like, should I waste my Morgan here? One random defeat. Should I use my Morgan here? What do you guys think? Should I use it for safety? Isaac can almost solo that. I think so. Kayla? We're good. Okay. I use 2 damage dealers, though. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oliver, Fenris, Kane, Merlin, Axel. Okay. Attack this team. Aurora with Celeste. And we're going to use Jorgen. We're going to use this dude. Kane, Fenris. And maybe we should use Biscuit here instead. Dang. I mean, holy cow. Like, no Sebastian here. Isaac. I kind of consider Isaac a tank sometimes and a damage dealer sometimes, and well, that didn't work. That didn't work. Maybe I should use a healer aside from Celeste. Maybe I should use Iris. Actually, let's use Iris and Celeste. If I do this, I have Yasmin left. My only damage dealer left is going to be Yasmin. What if I did Morgan? If only I had a bigger monkey. Well, I'm disappointed that my Iris dies so quickly. Okay. Well, how about we just use... Let's see... Jorgen and Arachne. Use Yasmin. Yasmin, Martha. Don't really need Sebastian here. Tough team. Tough team. Bob won. Look at that. Huh. So Aurora, Sebastian, Celeste. See, how I would normally use this if I had like the higher level team would be... Guys, let's try. I would definitely be using Fenris, Mara. Oliver. Arachne. I've tried Arachne a couple times. Yasmin tank. Ooh, I should go just... Okay, all right. This would leave basically Iris. Three out of 4. All right, these are good numbers. Aurora, Kark, Yasmin, Celeste, Sebastian. Aurora, Kark, Yasmin, Sebastian, Pet, Axel. Okay. Kane, Fenris, Albus. Rules. Let's go. Do you know what happened to the Richard from Hawaii? Richard Cochran? It's a great question. I don't know what happened to Richard Cochran. Do not know what happened to him. I do not know. Good win versus Oxygen. Versus Oxygen. Get it? Now we've basically got Astaroth, Iris, Martha. Sebastian. Let's see. Biscuits, Mara, Kane, and Axel. Okay. So we've got Sebastian, Arachne, Iris, and Morgan, I guess. Mara. It's not a great team here. It's not a great team. It's not a great situation that we have here left. Flying us all to Hawaii? I think that'd be awesome. If I could afford to fly all of you to Hawaii. There's only 96 of you watching. Iris dead. Without Iris, am I doing any damage? I am not. Okay, this is not the team. Maybe I just do a cleanup. Maybe I don't know. Let's just not worry about this. We'll do a cleanup later. We'll find somebody in the Citadel or something and do a cleanup. We do need to do our Titan attacks, but nothing has really been touched. And all these Titan teams are too strong. Really wish I could get more Earth Totems. You no longer have Seb left, though. Did I use Sebastian? I did use Sebastian. Huh. So I need to go up against the Zhu team because I've got Martha left. I don't even know. I don't even know who to use. I don't even know. That's all right. That's all right. We'll hit more Clash Awards tomorrow, I guess. Hit more tomorrow. A bit of lag there. Okay. Well, it's been a great week. For Hero Wars, I should say. Hope everybody has some great weekend plans. We're going to go and one of my favorite bands is playing at a restaurant nearby. Going to go check them out, I think. And yeah, that's it's kind of what we got. A baseball tournament for Ashton tomorrow, I think. All of you within earshot of this broadcast, please remember not to add to the population. Oh, it's Father's Day. Yeah, Father's Day next week. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Father's Day. Don't find yourself in the hospital or the newspaper or jail, but if you do find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.